Hi, welcome to the Rosie Network's Service to CEO virtual graduation. My name is Jessie Lawrence, and I'm the chapter lead for the San Diego Service to CEO program. We are so excited to share with you the pitch decks that we have from our students. Over the last 17 weeks, they've worked really hard to complete our program. But before I show you their pitch decks, I would like to share with you our program supporters. Newman's Own, USAA, GovX, Wells Fargo, Grow with Google, and the U.S. Small Business Administration. Without these supporters, we would not be able to continue our wonderful program. Our first presenter is Brian Marr from BKM and Company.
Hello, my name is Brian Marr. I'm the CEO of BKM and Company, a nonprofit consulting agency based out of Southeast Michigan. Here I am today to tell you about my business, BKM and Company. First, what's the problem? With nonprofits, the biggest problem is finding money and being connected to the corporations that have that money. I love the idea of working with like-minded companies, finding out who the right person is, finding out what that process is, and then being able to translate that to nonprofit giving. Our solution is simple. We focus on long-term, strong, transformational relationships. We can augment onto any team. We don't need to be hired on as a full-time employee. We can be a simple add-on to the team and create real relationships that increase revenue and create a better pipeline for the nonprofits. We really focus on low touch, high impact opportunities to create and humanize the process for every nonprofit that we participate with. It's been a really big year so far for BKM and Company. Myself, as the CEO, I got accepted and started, and I'm a quarter of the way done with my master's in nonprofit administration at the University of Notre Dame in the school in the Mendoza School. And that to me is the biggest leap for me because I'm bringing more value to the nonprofits than just the fundraising aspect. In February, I secured a $2 million gift for one of my clients. In total, we've raised over $5 million just this year alone for the 9 clients that I have. I also got accepted to be a Rosie cohort member, which I've been a great fan of, and this has been a really good experience. And then lastly, I've brought on over 9 clients in just a year. So there's been a lot of growth and a lot of really exciting times for us as we move forward in what all this is. So really where we sit in the whole platform with other consultants is we focus on the small guy. We want the underdog to win. And so our focus is any organization that brings in over $500,000, but not more than $2.5 million. We find that as the sweet spot for nonprofits to have enough traction nationwide to have a great impact, but maybe not enough money in the bank to hire a full-time fundraiser. So that's where I step in. So we're able to help any nonprofit that does any work worldwide with their base in the United States. And really, because of COVID, we've spent our time and dedication to go after COVID dollars because right now there's a lot out there. So on top of doing stuff with COVID, we're doing a lot to create the long-term strategy for multiple nonprofits along the way and really have the impact that we're focusing on for every nonprofit that we're touching. So really in this space, you can look and see tens of thousands of organizations that have something to do with the marketing or the consulting or the fundraising strategy to do with any nonprofit. And really where we are set apart is that we're not coming in with a huge, hefty monthly retainer. We're not coming in with a huge backdrop of resources that you're not going to be able to pay for. We bring in practical application for a reasonable cost and really prove that low touch, high impact, measurable results so that you're able to move forward as a nonprofit in whatever that particular space is for what your sector is. So really behind me, I have a great advising team. I have Joe, Mary, and TJ. Joe has been a good friend for a long time, and he's in the construction industry, so not in the consulting industry. He focuses a lot on client relationships as well. So he and I have been able to build a really good relationship for how we talk to our clientele, and then also work out contracts as well, because a lot of the construction work versus consulting is in the same same breath. And then Mary is in the consulting world, but not in this sector. And she's been able to give really great feedback to me and a lot of the work that I've been doing. And then TJ really focuses on a lot of the stuff that I am in that sector, in the disaster response sector. And so we're able to go back and forth on what's working, what's not, and really able to move forward in that way. What BKM and Company needs right now is a full-time or part-time project manager. Right now, we're putting the work together for what it would look like to bring a part-time project manager on so that we can move a lot of these projects forward. Time is a huge piece of that, but ultimately, if we had $10,000, we're able to move forward with a PM for at least 6 months right now, which would get us through a major part of the fundraising season. I would love to connect with you. If there's questions that you might have, please send me an email and we can have a great conversation coming from there. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Our next presenter is Michael Craig, and his company is Silly Faces.
Hi, my name is Papa. Well, that's what my grandkids call me. My name is Michael, and I'm the creator of Silly Faces. And I have a dream. Actually, I have a silly dream. And that is children everywhere in the world would so cherish and love my silly faces that they would become the most popular product in this category ever created and the most financially successful as well. Now, my Silly Faces brand has 4 products. My Silly Faces trading cards, my Silly Faces wall art, my Silly Faces books, and my Silly Faces drawing system. And my goal is to bring a touch of bright humor and joy to the hearts of children everywhere who are introduced to my Silly Faces. Now, I've run into 3 problems that are pretty simple, but the solutions are a little bit more difficult. The first problem is no one loves my silly faces. Well, the reason is I need to introduce my silly faces to everyone in my target market. The second problem is no one knows about my silly faces, and that's why no one loves my silly faces. And so I need to demonstrate and explain the humor and joy and the benefits of my silly faces. And lastly, the third problem is we have failed to use every avenue available in the proper way to get the word out about my silly faces. And the solution is to do that. And we need to use every avenue available to reach every person in our target market. Now, we've reached 3 milestones. Milestone number 1 is we have a unique brand, Silly Faces trading cards, Silly Faces books we have in over 30 different languages, Silly Faces wall art, and the Silly Faces drawing system. Milestone number 2, we have a website, a commercial website. And milestone number 3 is we have a plan for reaching our target market through promotion, publicity, marketing, so we can get sales. But each of these milestones we need help improving. Now, we have 2 target markets, but they're really related. The first target market is parents, guardians, educators, institutions who are responsible for children under the age of 6 throughout the world. And the other is closely related, the children themselves under the ages of 6, to introduce them to the Silly Faces brand. Now, in doing that, we run against 4 competitors. They're rather general in nature, but they're identified. The one competitor is children's books. The second is children's trading cards. And the third is children's wall art. And the fourth is any product directed at children under the age of 6. Now, I have a team. Other than my silly faces, which I have thousands, I have my wife, who is my special consultant. I have Federati, the Rosie Network, and eMentor, who have been invaluable, and also my sons and my sisters have all helped me in developing my silly faces. Now, how can we help each other? By you becoming a part of our team, sharing our vision of bringing a touch of bright humor and joy to the hearts of all children everywhere in the world, and promoting our Silly Faces brand. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this presentation. I invite you to look at our videos that talk about our silly faces, and I look forward to hearing you. Thank you very much.
Next, we have Jayla Eaton with On My Own Financial.
My name is Jayla Eaton, and I'm the founder of On My Own Financial. We're working to create a sustainable way to close the racial wealth gap through the transfer of financial knowledge from one generation to the next. Here's the problem. Women traditionally lack access to the people who have the knowledge to help them build wealth. This lack of access contributes to the racial wealth gap in that it causes perpetual stress, anxiety, depression, unresolved trauma, and a situation that generationally and financially never gets better, especially for Black women. Black women are more likely to have student loan debt that holds them back from building wealth, so we're better educated, but we're undervalued. Because most people want to get their financial lives together but don't know where to start, at On My Own Financial, we listen to your goals and simplify the process to get you a financial game plan complete with education and action steps that will get you on track so that you can focus on what's most important, achieving your goals. So I'd like to introduce you to your wealth best friend. The future technology-enabled business involves being a financial guide for women on their journey to build wealth. Being a guide means they learn to manage their own finances. This curriculum is app-based and will include machine learning to help suggest the appropriate path for each woman based on their values and beliefs. Until the app is created, fiduciary financial planners with high moral character will walk the students through the 6 personal finance levels that they need to know. This will empower them to overcome societal bias that only the rich should have a financial and/or an estate plan. When it comes to technology, we base our traction on social media, which our community has grown to over 1,000 people without ads in a very short period of time, telling us that there's a substantial need in the community for resources, knowledge, and financial information from an unbiased source. Of the 166 million women in America, we first seek to work with the 2.2 million Black women with a degree. We chose them because our business will be an app. We're seeking 25 to 45-year-old high-income earners with careers like attorneys or business owners or in the tech field, but in debt. They may have student loans, mortgages, cars, credit cards, personal loans, but they love to go out and travel and still want to build wealth, and they're willing to change their spending habits. They're tech savvy and on multiple social media platforms already. They may even be in transition, negotiating a promotion, considering buying a home, or about to have their first child. All of our direct competitors offer our clients only one financial topic, which is usually budgeting, and that's where they stop. Our indirect competitors offer a financial analysis, but only in order to sell their products. We're different because we offer a holistic approach that includes knowledge. This knowledge would include retirement, investing, expense management, taxes, risk, and estate planning. We're hoping to expand our On My Own Financial team. We currently have an attorney and certified financial advisor handling the financial planning, and our COO is in charge of our systems and processes. We have a host of wonderful advisors. Our current plan is to begin to pilot our Wealth Best Friend virtual education planning program. We will implement the feedback and track the results. Then we'll begin app development. After some testing, we're hoping to launch at the end of Q3 in 2021. We're currently raising funding to create our technology-backed platform with a first goal of $500,000. We're also seeking partnerships with any business that would like to implement financial literacy education for their employees and or clients. Thank you for listening to this, and if you'd like to contact us, please do so with the information presented. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at OnMyOwnFinancial. Thank you again for your support.
Our next presenter is Rose Bagwell. Her company is Pacific Island Crave.
Hi everyone, my name is Rose. I'm the owner and lead cook of Pacific Island Crave. How many of you, by show of hands, have been to the Pacific Islands? Well, today there's no 13-hour seatings, no luggage required, and no expensive flights. We'll take you there with every bite. San Diego has one of the best Pacific Island festivals in the United States. The only thing is you have to wait the whole year just to be able to experience the Pacific Island vibe. And then a lot of people in the United States come to San Diego so they can enjoy the food and in the entertainment. So then the lines are super long. I've experienced it. I've waited an hour and a half just to order food, and that's just to order food alone. And that's similar to other people that I speak with. Also, with the entertainment, since there's so many people that come from all over the United States to San Diego, the seatings to find a good view to be able to watch the entertainment is a no-no. So it's kind of frustrating. You wasted so much time. Another option could be traveling to a Pacific Island, but then again, it's so expensive. I would like to create a restaurant concept of the Pacific Island to have available to you any day of the week through our music, through our entertainment, through our food, and we're going to have it warm and ready and available for you. I just want to be able to bring the Pacific Island feeling to people that want to relax and de-stress and spend some quality time with their families. Within a year, Pacific Island Crave generated sales through their catering and meals to go. We also had shipping, ready-to-eat meals and frozen appetizers within the United States. In the year 2020, the projected sales for the restaurant industry was $899 billion, and it's going to continue to top a $1.2 trillion by the year 2030. With the family casual dining, its estimated sales were at at 125.6 billion for the year 2019, and by the year 2027 it should be 209.1 billion. Why we are different than other restaurants that have similar culture? Well, if you go to a Guam restaurant, they specifically sell Guam food. If you go to a Hawaiian restaurant, they specifically serve Hawaiian food, and Philippines, they serve Philippines food. I've heard it from many of my customers. The fact that I have cross-cultural cuisine is why they come back to me. They also like the fact that I reply back to them when they order online to any questions that they have or any availability or any inconvenience that they have. Also, the fact that I have curbside pickup and delivery as an option. And as I mentioned earlier, we ship frozen and ready to eat meals within the United States. Once we had social media, people from the Pacific Islands that is living here in the United States started messaging me asking me if I could send meals to them. So I did a trial and error and tried to figure out the most affordable way to get it to them within 2 to 3 days. So we were successful at that. We were able to ship to New Jersey, Las Vegas, Florida, and Texas. Our PIC staff is basically my family members. They volunteer their time because they know I'm passionate about serving others and one day hope I could open a restaurant. My advisors and support team is my church members, The River, and Rosie Network, who helped me organize myself. Even if I was making sales, they helped me to organize myself better. And then my Veterati mentors helped me to better myself in social media. Also, my support team, my husband and my kids. Without them, Pacific Island Crave wouldn't have came about. A couple of years ago, we were selling otter pops and water bottles just to make money. We were living in a hotel, and my husband was working, but it wasn't enough to get a hotel every night. But we were wasting also gas money just going around looking for customers. Then my kids decided, Mom, why don't you sell your food? So we started doing that, and customers come to us. We didn't have to drive around to look for customers. So it's been successful. We're asking 400,000 for a startup. We want to find a restaurant and be able to create an island concept, also to hire staff and all the startups that's required to open a restaurant. The best way to reach me is through my cell phone, or you can email me at pacificislandcrave@gmail.com. Just want to say thank you for your time and stay safe.
Our next speaker is Melissa Purnell. She is with Zaya Active.
Hello everyone, my name is Melissa and I run a premium online activewear shop similar in quality to Lululemon, only more affordable, and I help others do the same. I'm a military spouse of 7 years with 2 little ones, so I understand the everyday struggle of finding comfortable, functional pieces of clothing for your wardrobe. So what is the problem? There are a few. Quality clothing is expensive, and now it's a lot to have an outfit for every occasion. But what if you could have clothing that was so versatile that you could go from work to work out? Imagine this. Imagine you are at your workout and you are squatting or have to adjust your pants or leggings every 5 minutes. We often find it's the bargain activewear that you constantly have to adjust in your workouts, thus taking away from your momentum. Lastly, you walk out of the gym or out of your workout and those sweat marks are showing, but it kind of looks like you peed your pants. Suddenly you find yourself self-conscious over this in future workouts. Lastly, your wardrobe's overflowing, you're overwhelmed, you just want to Marie Kondo your closet, and less is more, right? Less is totally more right now, but you need an outfit for every occasion. What is the solution? Our solution is we offer quality activewear at a lower price compared to our competition. We have items that are super versatile for every occasion, and you're not alone. There's a whole community of people who uplift and encourage one another to live an active lifestyle. And there's even opportunities for you to earn an income on items that you wear regularly. So where did this start and where are we going? About 2.5 years ago, in February of 2018, my friend Sarah introduced this amazing brand to me just 6 months after my daughter was born. I jumped in and haven't looked back, and it's been absolutely incredible with fun collaborations such as the San Diego Wave Girls dance team, and Christy Canavan, who was a backup dancer for Prince and one of the original Pussycat Dolls. Her daughter, Angelina Capizzoli, who starred in Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events on Netflix, and I've even had the opportunity to pop up at the WB. It's even included 2 moves, and we are now an executive team in the top 2% of the companies. And the only way from here is up. But in 2016, Forbes magazine said that the athleisure wear trend is here to stay. And for almost 5 years later, it truly is. U.S. activewear sales are currently at $72.5 billion in revenue yearly. The target market we are currently capturing as a team is less than 1%. So there's so much room for growth. And activewear sales are forecasted to increase through 2025. As far as our competitors go, Lululemon, whom I mentioned earlier, Athleta, they're both big box companies. Savvy is another direct sales company who's only a year old. But with Zaya Active, we offer lower pricing, we maintain that quality, we have a versatile product, and we also provide opportunities for additional discounts. Who is my dream team? Ellie Kruger, she's number 2 in our company and also a Marine wife. Sarah Bonham, who's also a Navy wife. She was my sponsor, who I mentioned earlier. Jamie Hunsinger, who helps me manage my team. The Rosie Network, who has allowed me to be part of this amazing Service to CEO program. And Next Level Business Coaching, who was trained by Dave Ramsey himself. So what is the ask, you might ask? Making connections is always a way to open doors, even collaborations. Holding your own trunk show online would be amazing. Even if you feel compelled to shop my link, I would be appreciative. And joining my online community, just liking and commenting on posts is amazing as well. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. Huge thank you to the Rosie Network for allowing me to be part of this amazing program. I hope to hear from you and hope you have a great day.
Our last presenter is Lynn Geist. Her company is Lynn Geist Marketing Communications.
Hi, I'm Lynn Geist, owner of Lynn Geist Marketing Communications. Enticing marketing for enticing customers. Outstanding marketing starts with knowing how you stand out in your market. Lynn Geist Marketing Communications looks at your business to help you see the strengths that other people see. Most new businesses start out trying to be everything to everyone. They do everything that their competitors do. Then they try to capture and please and keep every single prospect. Since they see their competitors do this, and they see their competitors struggle, they assume it's a universal struggle. The problem is they fail to see and stress their distinct strengths, and this leaves them trying to stand out without being different. The solution? Flesh out who the company's best customers are and why those best customers love that company. Then, use enticing messaging to establish a connection between the heart of the prospect and the company. And then, consistently stress the company's distinctive appeal to its most productive customers. To market a company's distinctiveness to its best prospects and not all prospects. The journey has been long but important. The milestones are I started from freelance work sites like Upwork, making minimal pay. It was a slow work period, but a huge learning and growth period. I learned the ropes, and once I did so, I began helping other small businesses market their business to their industry. Then COVID-19 hit, and the client acquisition was almost zero. So I joined the Rosie Network to take the opportunity to gain some valuable skills, which would help position me in a very good place in my market. The available market in the Sacramento area is 1.5% of the total advertising marketing for companies worldwide. The team? John Verba, the CEO and partner. He's got 30 years of experience in Washington working with some top names in the advertising agency. Ben, his son, very talented designer and up on all the latest tech, Ben Verba. And finally, me, the copywriter, the content creator, the power behind the words that makes all of your customers come running and buy what you have to sell. There are approximately 400 copywriting agencies in the Sacramento area, and of that 400, about 90 offer similar services, but only 5% of that 90 have the same capability of helping small businesses see the opportunity that they have for growth. The advisors, that is a Facebook group. It's a Facebook group called the Copywriter Club, and it's got 10,000 plus professionals from the copywriting, advertising, marketing industry. They offer advice and critique and kudos. You can be part of our success simply by recommending us to small businesses that are doing exceptional work, but whose websites and promotional materials make them look ordinary. Visit us at aredpenguin.com or lynngeist.com.
Hello, my name's Pam Davis, and I am the San Antonio lead for the Rosie Network. And I am so excited to be able to introduce our latest graduates to you today. First up, we have Sharon Covington, who is the founder and CEO of Covington Consulting and Services. And you are going to be blown away by what all Sharon is doing in the community and in her business.
Hello, my name is Sharon Covington of Covington's Consulting and Services, DBA Success Training Academy for Another Chance. I teach them to fish to eat for life. Fishing for a lifetime. Homeless veterans, ex-offenders, unemployed, underemployed, we all know someone in one of these positions. Success Training Academy for Another Chance provides OSHA safety training in 10 and 30-hour general industry, flagging, DOT hazardous materials. We also provide training in 3 industries: highway maintenance technician, environmental services, and warehouse technician. There is also a business ownership program that's online, and the individuals do this at their own pace, teaching them to fish to eat for life. It solves the problems of homelessness, joblessness, and hopelessness. How am I helping? I help them demonstrate proficiency in skills related to community-based employment in designated industries. I help them increase the knowledge of safety issues in the designated industries. I help them demonstrate understanding of job retention skills. We teach them to go for a career and not just a job, jobs that are paying more than minimum wage at the start. We also go over traumatic stress management so that they understand what their triggers are and learn how to respond instead of react in a situation. And they receive authorizations and certificates and certifications provided by the Academy in the industry in which they are training. How will I do this? Right now, at this time, I am doing a highway maintenance technician class for 4 individuals. They just received their flagging certification. Upon receiving an exemption from Texas Workforce, the paperwork is pending. I will start in 2021 with a schedule of 5 classes. I will be able to hire 2 instructors and an administrative assistant and contract the anger management component out. With the exemption with Workforce, I will train 15 new students every 8 weeks. Then the first quarter will be another highway maintenance technician. The second quarter of next year would be highway maintenance technician and environmental services. The third quarter would be both those classes again, and the last quarter of next year would be the highway maintenance technician, environmental services, and warehouse technician. The business ownership program is done online through a blackboard, and it's pretty much at the individual's own pace. Construction companies for OSHA training. I am soliciting construction companies that have HUD projects. They have to hire Section 3 individuals that live in HUD housing or in a 5-mile radius of a HUD project, and they need the training, the OSHA 10-hour, in order to do the work and become permanent employees. My TAM, SAM, and SOM. My TAM is the available market for these individuals that are underemployed. Highway maintenance and environmental services are essential positions at this time during the pandemic, and they are paying more than minimum wage to start. My SAM is services I provide will reach shelters, nonprofits, helping individuals acquire job skills that will give them better opportunities to increase their skills they already have, or give them new skills that will give them a better chance in the job market. I also work with court system diversion programs and unemployment services. My SOM, upon obtaining the exemption for the academy with workforce, they will send students, nonprofits that rely on their clients' training through workforce will be able to access my services, as well as me being on a list of certified training providers for workforce. My competitive analysis. Right now, my threats are, my competition is the Regional Black Contractors Association. They have a 4-week program in construction, and they do receive funding for that. If construction slowed down, hiring individuals who will commit to quality service and not having organizations willing to pay for the training for their clients. Trending, though, construction companies training their new laborers in Ocean 10 and I acquiring that contract to do that for them. Companies looking for more diverse options of subcontractors. Partnerships with HUD for Section 3 residents and business ownership, and workforce adding more blue-collar occupations to their targeted list. Team and advisors. My team up to this point has been myself and God. Hopefully in the first quarter of 2021, it will be me, 3 others, and God. In 1994, he gave me my cleaning company. I started it while on unemployment with $250, and he literally walked me through what it was to be an entrepreneur, business owner, manager. He helped me learn management, how to do my bookkeeping, and so many other things. In 2008, I created my environmental services program and taught it at a shelter for homeless veterans. So I have a proven model in Jacksonville, Florida, that was visited by the former Secretary of the Veterans Administration. My advisors are ladies whom I recently completed a fast-track program with called Next Level Business Transformation with the Veteran Women's Enterprise Center. These ladies are also business owners from seasoned to startup. We have connected, and we are there for each other to help us grow and be successful. Covington's Consulting and Services, LLC, DBA Success Training Training Academy, for Another Chance, is ready to operate in Dallas County, Texas, and make a difference providing employment training, safety training, and business ownership. Everything is in place. The name is a legal entity in Texas. I am a certified minority business and military spouse-owned business. I am a MBE WBE with HUB, MBE WBE with NCTRCA, and a WBE with WeBank as of April of this year. Success Training Academy for Another Chance will create a workforce of individuals that become self-sufficient to eat for life. I have a proven business model based on my Florida experience and by the last week of November, I will have a proven business model here in Texas. I can be reached by phone at 469-333-6612, email by cecovington at covingtonsconsulting.com, and my website is covingtonsconsulting.com. My academy is copywritten, and my registration number is also included here. Thank you. I appreciate the Rosie Network for this opportunity, and I am excited about what's to come. Are there any questions?
Hi, it's me again. I am now going to introduce you to Diane White, founder and CEO of Moments in Time, which covers so many areas that are so important to all of us. And I know you are going to be so excited to hear about her services, and they will immediately spring to mind people that you need to connect her with. So enjoy Diane's presentation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diane White, and I'm here today to share my company, Moments in Time. When we plan our future, we always plan wealth, health, and happiness. I've never really heard anyone plan the challenges of new parenting, illness and aging, and a lack of support. So when this happens with these moments, what do we do? Well, I decided that I would put my passion into action. My mission is to provide support, promoting peace of mind, using expertise that is delivered with compassion and empathy. Moments in Time provides advocacy and assistance to our mature citizens, helping them find support and care services when needed. Blessings Beyond the Bump provides postpartum doula support in the 4th trimester, helping new moms integrate their babies into their family lifestyle, whether it's a 1st or 5th pregnancy. My lessons learned in COVID. Yes, the dreaded word COVID. I've learned that people need people to survive, and early intervention to support is very key. When I was helping my family and friends, I didn't foresee their struggles because I couldn't see their needs beyond their strengths. They needed help and didn't know where to go, so they suffered in isolation. Then came COVID, and COVID coupled with fear compounded their needs and their reluctance to seek help because they wanted to protect themselves. Unfortunately, had I known, I could have done so much more and intervened at an earlier point, and maybe some of the compounded issues would not have been so. Military City, USA, San Antonio, Texas. This is where I call home. They have had a 1 million person growth in the past 10 years. We have a population of 2 million people. What's significant about this is the largest growth categories have the greatest needs. That's our new parents who are now having babies at later ages, which is good because it has reduced our teen pregnancies, and mature citizens because we're living longer, and that's a good thing also. Both categories have increased 50%. So when things are great, that's great. However, this is not the city's foundational build, so resources may be limited. So when they need assistance, where do they go to seek help? I'm glad you asked that. Expansive growth can limit resources. So you see, there's no competition. I'm joining the bill. Let me service our military community. I'll tell you what I bring to the table. 2 companies ready to support the needs, backed by a passion to help, validated by 30 years of active duty service. I've been an LPN for 28 years. I have an extensive maternal child health background. I'm a long-term care ombudsman for Texas. I have certifications and degrees in early childhood education, human and community services, and a master's of science with a concentration in public health. Yes, I am here, willing, and ready to serve the need. Communities are about and built by people. Resource communities thrive. That is a fact. I'm asking for your support and assistance in promoting thriving communities here in San Antonio. I'm seeking $30,000 in grant funding to provide new parent support and senior services to those that want them. And I'm also asking for community partnerships with military and key community leaders for their support so that we can further strengthen our resources. I didn't get here by myself. There's a team of people who have pushed me, mentored me, and supported me along this journey. And on this slide just names a few. I want to thank everyone for contributing and continuing to help my success in serving others with a passion. My name is Diane White. I am the founder and CEO of Moments in Time and Blessings Beyond the Bump. My company website is lifewithoutamanual.com. I want to thank you for your time. I hope to have your support in strengthening our communities, and I look forward to all the great and wonderful resources that we provide to our communities in need. Thank you and have a great day.
It is my pleasure to now introduce you to Angela Kiata Banks, founder and CEO of Soulful Liberation. And not only is her business going to blow you away, but her excitement and energy and passion are going to blow you away as well. Take it away, Angela.
Hi, my name is Angela Kiata Banks, and I am the founder and CEO of Soulful Liberation, where we empower cycle breakers in their family to holistically heal, tell their story, and lead a legacy rooted in their divine purpose. I've done a lot of research around this area, and there are some common threads and problems that I've seen. One shocking statistic was over 90% of the population are stuck in survival mode. Of the world population, think about that. Over 90% of us are stuck in how am I going to get the rent paid and how am I going to do this, and not really focusing on a clear foundation around divine purpose and the legacy that we want to create. What is the impact that we want to create? Secondly, people want to tell their story but don't know how to get started. I've come across so many young people and people of color that recognize that I have a story to tell. But how do I get my thoughts on paper? How do I tell my story when I have all these different intricate pieces and parts to it? And thirdly, the intergenerational trauma that affects us and takes us back, right, into survival mode. So Soulful Liberation is a book publishing company and podcast where we provide the tools and support for cycle breakers to write and publish their stories of liberation through books or various art forms like singing and music and dancing and beautiful things like that. Secondly, holistic healing training, to do the work to dismantle systems of oppression and healing the years of intergenerational trauma. And it's not a simple or easy process, and it can also be very lonely. So, we need community. Thirdly, purpose coaching. We empower cycle-breaking women to uncover their divine purpose and lead a legacy they are truly proud of by incorporating time management and prioritization. So a little bit about our journey, right? So March 2020, we're going to run through this, we began researching if purpose coaching was needed, and sent out a survey to over 100 young women 18 to 28 years old. And we created the Soulful Liberation podcast, which you can listen on all your favorite streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. April 2020, I became a certified life coach and started developing a program based on the research and survey responses. May 2020, we began taking on beta clients to test the new program and documenting each session results. And throughout that June and July, we really focused on the purpose coaching program and how we wanted to develop it further. And I continued to write my book. And fast forward September, I published the Black Foster Youth Handbook, 50 plus lessons I learned to successfully age out of foster care and holistically heal. And you can check that out on my website. October 2020 was the Purpose Coaching Program copyrighted for our official launch in December 12th, 2020. So how are we different? Honestly, like, I've gone through this myself, right? Like, I didn't have a purpose coach or anything like that, and I learned that there were specific things that I could help other people recognize and jump through the hurdle of and hassle of trying to figure it all out by yourself. So that is a 9-week holistic approach to purpose. My advisors are Shalita O'Neill, the founder of Fostering Change Network Foundation, and Selanda, who has a master's in business. And if you are interested in purpose coaching or book coaching, then definitely head to www.originalsoulflower.com and sign up for purpose coaching. And lastly, thank you so much for having me. And I look forward to connecting with you. Again, www.originalsoulflower.com. And you can check me out on Instagram at originalsoulflower.com. And, let's get you to your purpose and start really making an impact in the world.
Thank you, everybody, for being part of our graduation today. We are so excited for every one of our not students anymore. They are now graduates and part of our alumni program. Congratulations, everyone, and welcome to the wonderful world of entrepreneurship. You guys just rocked it. Congratulations.